Today we're going to talk about social studies. What do? How to navigate our class. Ready? Okay! Alright, so first off, how do I do this online school? Well, first off, we got to find out our class among the other classes. So if you look here, we can see we have our classes here on the right side, and you'll have classes for first and second semester. And what you'll do is you'll click in first semester, and you'll see our social studies class in U.S. history. So you got a whole bunch of things over here to the side. You have your getting started page, pace charts, live e-sessions, recorded e-sessions, announcements, course info, staff information, lessons, collaboration, my grades, text, websites, and most importantly, how-tos. Well, and that's because how-tos rock! So how-tos are awesome. If you go here, you can see that there's a lot of different how-tos you can find. Not only do you find the time for your e-sessions, which we'll talk about at a later date, but you can see other additional video resources, like installing Google Drive, creating Google Docs, submitting assignments, and submitting safe assignments, because all assignments deserve to be safe. There's also other additional how-tos in the Student Resource Center, which you should always check out at any point in time. Alright, so announcements! Announcements are your friend! So if you go up here, you can see on the side, down here, you have pace charts, live e-sessions, recorded e-sessions, and announcements. And in announcements, you'll find a whole bunch of neat things. Sometimes your teachers will put their presentations, sometimes they'll just put neat little anecdotes for you to hear. But all the times they're important because they're giving you up-to-date feedback about what you need to do in class. And there's a whole lot of them, and sometimes they have pictures. So other things we have to worry about, course and staff information. They are your allies. Course information pretty much gives you information about social studies and the classes you're taking, and staff information is where you'll find your teacher, which you can contact with any questions. So if you go back up here, we can go back, and you can see course information, staff information. So if you go to the course information, we have a lot of different information here for you to get. For instance, we have your syllabus and academic targets, all the things you need to know about class. Bam! Syllabi! And the syllabus is pretty much going to outline all the different aspects of the class, going from the different targets we're going to focus on, as well as what you're going to be assessed on, as well as our learning plan. Beyond that, we have a lot of other cool things, including grading policies, which you all should read. Grading policies rock. We also have things on academic honesty, netiquette, so you don't yell at people when you don't want to, and of course, other course how-tos. And that's because how-tos rock! So beyond that, there's a lot of other information you guys can pick out of that, including the Social Studies Resource Center, which is pretty awesome. So it tells you our different learning targets, it gives you our toolbox and our library resources, as well as just about anything else you need to succeed in our class. The other thing we have to worry about when we're going over class is, who do you contact about things? Well, first off, you'll have your teaching information for your teacher, his or her name, his or her email address, their phone numbers, where they're located, their hours in which you can see them, and most of the time they'll have not only live e-session hours, which will be scheduled every week, but other times you can email or call them. There's also a bunch of notes in which you can see who your teacher actually is, and let's face it, teachers rock. So teachers, I contact them? Yes, you contact them on this page. You have your email, your work phone, and a whole bunch of other things in which you can get a hold of them. Some teachers also like to text, they Skype, who knows? But remember, try to keep contacting the normal business hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Do I really need to talk to them? Yes! Especially from you're behind. And how do you know you're behind? Well, you can check out our awesome pace charts, which give you our up-to-date information about what to do. But we'll talk more about them later. And this presentation is brought to you by the eAchieve Academy.